My body, if I lose the elbow position, that's going to be my first priority. But for today, we're going to start with him low on my hips and my elbows connected. All right. I'm going to pick a side. So one of the ways that I can make this safer is to take my arm and run it down across his waist like this. Okay. So now I'm not just relying on a piece of my frame like my elbow to hold him back. I'm using the entire blade of my forearm to hold him back. All right. I'm going to take my other hand. And you guys might want to get over here on this side so you can see. So I've got kind of like a bar, like the thing at Six Flags that holds you into the seat so you don't fly out of the roller coaster. Right? It's like a bar right here. So that's what's keeping him from coming up this way. Okay. The second thing I'm going to do to remind this arm what to do is I'm going to you can put your weight on this side. I'm going to support that with my other hand. Right? Open fist, closed fist, whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to have my hand on his hip, elbows connected to my body, and I'm holding him down to here. Okay? He's going to be fighting real hard to get these elbows because if he's paying attention, he knows that that's his problem, right? But that's okay. As he starts fighting for those, I'll be able to start turning. Okay, exactly. All right. So don't let that happen. You got to be here. Okay. If I've got him down on my hips, what does that mean about his base? I have some control over his base, right? I have some control over his base. So if I need some room, right, I bump it. Now, it's not going to be a big bump because he's a big, strong dude, and he's on my hips. But look what I took this leg right here, because I want to turn this way. I want to turn the direction of my hands. So I took that leg, and I stop it down, and I turn just a little bit. All right? And then I do it again. Right? As long as I want to try to get on one shoulder. Okay, now once I'm here, everybody look at Kyle's right leg. It should be off the mat now, right? Right? You feel it off the mat. So he's kind of heavy this way. So he's got a choice to make. Does he go that way, or does he try to readjust his weight and go this way? Either one is not gonna works in my favor, right? Because if he goes that way, right, he gives me space and I get my knees back. If he goes that way, I can bring my leg out and I start escaping. You guys see what I'm creating a problem for him. I'm making it difficult for him to hold the position. Okay? So first thing we're gonna do, start here, elbows in, get your frame, lock your frame in, one leg. All right, so the one opposite my frame, I'm going to push down at that leg and turn my hip. All right, and I'm going to do it again. Get all the way to the side. Real simple. That's all I want right now. Okay, so go back and forth. 1, 2, 3, go. Safer than pushing on the knee, right? Because if he's up here and I start pushing on his knee right here, first of all I got to do is lift his knee up a little, and then he smashes it. Yeah, and then he smashes that frame. Or you just take that sleeve and rip it up. Yeah, you just grab it, right? If I'm in here, go ahead and try to grab it, right? He's making himself unbalanced, right? So I'm keeping my elbows in tighter, and then this also tends to lead to my elbows getting away from my body, which violates our first rule. When you're in a crappy position, keep the elbows connected to the body. In other words, I don't need to push on him because I don't care about, if I start attacking this, it can move too much. It's not secure enough. I need to be working on his hips. So I'm going to put my hands on his hips. That's where I want to be. Okay. And then any movement that I do to my hips goes to his hip. It doesn't go anywhere else. Right. So here we're at. Elbows are in. Hands are in the hip, supporting my frame, pushing with one leg, turning the hip just a little bit. Right. Turning the hip a little bit more, getting myself to here. Right. I wait for this leg to get light. If it doesn't get light for now, that's okay. I'll just get under it and do this. Don't do this. Don't get frustrated and start reaching down and trying to lift this up. Right? You're going to create problems for yourself. Stay here, keep turning to your side, and keep making space, and then get the leg out. Okay? Here's the next step. As soon as this leg comes out, I'm going to go the other side. Right? And here's the important thing. When I go to the other side, I'm going to frame onto his arm. All right? So now I'm here, framing on the arm. Right? Don't close up the half arm or anything. Just stay over to this side. So it's kind of a small shrink from here. It's kind of a small shrink. So I come out here, I go like this, my leg out, and then I go right away to this side. So I have my frame here. It's not this, it's not this. Elbows are connected to my body, framing on the arm. It's very important that you frame on this arm. If I don't frame on the arm, he's going to go into my head, he's going to smash it down, and then I'm back where I started. What's that? Of course, yeah. All of that stuff happens. Okay, everybody got it? So same thing we just did. Get on your side, get on your side. When that leg pops out, bridge and go the other way. Okay? just like we practiced at the beginning of the class. Bridge up. 1, 2, 3. What some of you guys are doing is you're starting to shrimp out and you're trying to get this leg all the way out. You see what I just did there? So in other words, you're trying to shrimp out of the first one. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen right now while we're being nice to each other. But if he's trying to maintain this position, there's no way. You're just going to be stuck trying to shrimp out. It's not going to happen. Okay, come back. So everybody watch my right leg, this bottom one here. So if I'm here like this, what I need to be doing, put that down to the mat. Yep. What I'm going to be doing is that. You see what I did? So his leg can only go so far that direction, right? So I've got my frame here. I'm connecting my knee to my elbow. So I slid it under his knee. I did not pull it out. You see the difference there? Even that was really hard to do, and he's not even fighting me, right? So that's why this works. Don't get frustrated and start pushing on this leg. You don't need to do that, right? When he moves, get up a little higher. All right, I'm here, all right, I'm on my side. And then when he decides to move, I go. All right, so just be patient. Okay.
And you're going through, not
under. Under or through, not out. Out is not going to happen.
You're going under his knee and his leg.
I'm doing this. Here I am on my side. Pretend I got 280 pounds of Kyle on top of me. All right. Look at my knee. Right now, it's under his leg. This is what it's doing. That's it. It's not doing this because my hips can't move. He's on top of me. Is that clear? Okay, keep doing it. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna have his frames. I'm gonna have my my weight on his hips and my hands posted over his head like this. All right. Person on the bottom says go. All right. When he says go, I'm trying to get to a full dominant position, and he's trying to escape. Okay. Now, when we do this live, for the person on top, everybody in the room, the person on top. I don't want you to focus on just holding positions. I want you to focus on finishing the submission. Because that's going to make you react more realistically, right? So in other words, when Kyle gets on his side and he's got his frame in here, if my only task is to not let him get the guard, I'm going to react differently, right? So I'm going to be in here like this, and I'm going to really hold that knee down because I know what he's trying to do. But if I'm trying to go for a submission, I'm going to start working up this way, and I give him room, and now he can do his escape. Does that make sense to everybody? So person on top, your job is not just to lay on him and hold him. Your job is to get to dominant position and then finish all the way through with some kind of a submission. Okay? So we'll start here. All right. You said go. Very good. Excellent. That's exactly what you look like. Cool? All right, 1, 2, 3. Work it.